Hello there. Frank here again, and I'm looking at a bright red Toyota Solara. Which is, it's a two-door Camry with a convertible top, effectively. This one in bright screaming red. And what's cool on this one, it's only got 33,000 miles. And it looks it and it drives like it. So let's poke around it. You know, as far as flaws, it's not a ton. It's missing its front license plate and bracket. A little bit of marks here on the front bumper. You see here, this little front spoiler's got a split in it here. It's not loose or anything, but it's got a split in it. You know, looking at the bumper, it's got a crease here. You know, from up close like this, you'll find some faults. It looks like maybe it's been painted. I can't really tell, but it looks like it's got some dry clear coat here. Kind of see the same here, so maybe it's been painted before. You know, back here it looks fine. And also with these spoilers, this one's got some damage, a little scrape. Some more chewed marks on the bumper here, so. The bumper's lived up to its name. It's done some light bumping. Headlights look good, real clear. Doesn't seem like this car's been sitting out in the sun. If you know red paint, you know it likes to turn into pink paint or oxidize. It finds a bunch of ways to fall victim to the sun. This one doesn't really seem to show like it's been in the sun a bunch. It does have some rock chips. Kind of peppered here and there, not a lot. You know, 33,000 miles worth, I suppose. Windshield looks pretty good. Wheels look good. The tires, they're not rotted out. We've got a bunch of tread. They are, however, I saw the date code before. Where'd they go? We'll find them. I want to say they're from 2015. Yokohama Avids. Car's pretty straight. I saw in some light there's a couple of dings in this big honking quarter panel. It's a big panel. I want to say there's a couple here. Catch it just in the right light. Real minor. Maybe it's even the other side. I did see, so I did the photos on this car last night. I'm short on time this morning, and this center cap I thought was missing. I found it in the glove box, so it does have the center cap. Yeah, I don't see the date on these tires. I swear it said 2015, unless I'm hallucinating. It's totally plausible. Back here looks pretty good. This gap is a little wonky. Looks like maybe this bumper's been painted before, which if the front one has, because it was, you know, bumped into some things, I suspect it's probably on brand. For the rear to also have needed paint at some point. Color match looks great. I don't see any color match issues, so there's nothing obvious that this bumper's been painted. I'm kind of just surmising. Actually, you know what? Look, there's a scratch here that's been painted over. And a little nick here. So yeah, this bumper's been painted. Oh yeah, there's some overspray on this little lower pad for this spoiler. Again, I try and be like aggressively picky on this kind of stuff. I suspect this was, because this car was donated. The low mileage, it being a convertible, both bumpers have been painted and still have some scuffs and minor impacts to them after that. I suspect this was we'll say an older person's car. That would be my guess and how it ended up getting donated. And there's pros and cons to that, right? Like anything. Here we go. 21st week of 2015. So these are 10-year-old tires. Will they get you home? Sure. Would I want to replace them because they're 10 years old? I would. I am a, I don't know. I like buying tires. Does that make me weird? Probably. Does it make me overly cautious? Maybe. Good looking car though. And I drove it to where we're at right now. We'll take it on a drive in a bit, but it drives quite well. Interior is very nice. It's a Toyota, so of course everything seems to work just fine. Why don't we do this? It's a lot easier to get a good view of the interior with the top down. So we'll start it. Won't be a cold start. I'll edit a cold start in here in a second, so you can see a true cold start. 33,788. Do the top. It's like this. Unlatch there, and simply open. There we go. Easy peasy. We've got turn signals, we've got lights, we've got fogs, power mirrors. They do their thing. Locks, we just saw all the windows go down. It does have this cool all up or all down button, which is fun. So you can just hit them all at once. We've got wipers. We've got a stereo. Solara. Really the only thing I found in here, oh, I just found, oh no, that opens just fine. We've got an aux cable. So if you're into that sort of thing, you've got a way to play through the factory stereo. HVAC works. Blows cold. Send it to the right place. Yep, blender works. We've got all speeds. As I was trying to say, the only real flaws I found in this interior, which is really common on not just these cars, but really Toyotas of this era, is the dashboard. They like to crack. It's this kind of soft touch, molded foam dashboard, and you can see some cracks here, one here, there's one here, and also on the top of the dashboard, some scuffs and some little like pits. Like, I don't know, you know, here in the San Francisco Bay Area where this car's been, I believe, its whole life, you go over a bridge, you've got a little toll tag, you toss it on your dash, and you remove it. And I suspect maybe that's from that, you know, throwing your fast track transponder up there to get through the bridge. So the dash, and that is super, super common. They actually had like a, not a recall, but I guess like a TSB out for them, and they extended a warranty out. You know, the original warranty was like 5 years or something, and they made it 10 years or something like that. That obviously has sailed way more than 10 years. So no sense getting that one, going to Toyota for that. But otherwise, what a lovely interior. Let's look under the hood, put the top back up so you can see how that works, and then we'll go for a drive. Alright, I believe this is 215 horsepower, I think. It might be 230. I know on these 3MZ FE Toyota motors, they changed the stated power a couple of times over, but it's got nice Toyota red coolant. You love to see that. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. This looks really good. Sounds really good. No weird smells, no leaks that I can detect. Yeah, just what you would expect, 33,000 mile Toyota product. You know, with a low mile car like this, I like to look for signs of rodent activity, right? Is there, look like anything been chewing on this pad? They'll pull this apart and make a nest. Do we see any nibbles on any of these plastic components or vacuum lines? I see nothing. This car has already passed California smog, so that's a great sign. The only unknown, and something I would look into, would be timing belt. We'll run a Carfax and see, but normally you stick your timing belt change sticker there. And while it certainly isn't due by mileage, it's 90,000 miles on these cars, you do timing belt and water pump, it would be by age, because I think they say 10 years. And so we're beyond that. So, you know, rubber is what this would need. It would need a timing belt if you chose to do that. It would need tires if you chose to do that. And then you kind of don't really probably need to do anything on this car. I don't want to say forever, because this car will last you forever, but a very, very, very long time. You want something that is a convertible, hyper reliable, you can put 4 people in comfortably, you know, it's not like an SC430, which checks a lot of those boxes. You're not getting an actual human in the back seat. There's actually a ton of leg room in the back here. You basically have this or a Sebring, and let's face it, nobody, and I mean nobody wants a Sebring. Yeah, let's put the top back up and then go for a drive. What if I can do it with the door open? We're gonna find out. Will it let me? Yeah, well, check this out. Boop. And we latch it. Let's look at the top. A couple of marks, maybe sap or something, but again, and it is the original top, or an OEM top anyways. It's probably the original, and it's in really, really good shape. No cuts. All these seams are intact. They're not, I don't see anything like they're fraying really at all. Headliner looks good. I did notice around the back window, it looks a little baggy right here. I noticed it when looking through the rearview mirror. It seems a little lower in the corner, but like it's not going anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Again, being picky. Let's do this. We'll latch this down. We'll go for a drive and see what it's like. Okay, let's roll. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna edit a bunch of that out because I've spent half of that drive sitting behind a Nissan Frontier. Yeah, just a very solid, I mean, it feels like a 33,000 mile Toyota product. Buttery smooth, everything feels great. Just a really good car and a reliable way to have a 4-seat convertible. So if you need a 4-seat convertible, maybe this is the Solara for you. Find a link in the description below if you haven't seen the auction yet, because it is at auction. And if you came here via the auction, or you're staring at it right now, bid often, bid early, check it out. And yeah, thanks for tagging along.